The last week and a half has been really difficult for me. I've had to make a tough decision as to where to go in the Philippines. The Philippines has so many amazing treasures, so many places to go. I can't go to all of them this trip. From Boracay to Coron, El Nido, amazing places, world famous places, and I had to choose one of them. After a lot of research, I finally decided on coming here to El Nido in Palawan. And the reason I chose El Nido is because I did a lot of research about all the places, and each one has kind of a different specialty. Like Boracay is very famous for the white sand beaches and partying at night. Coron is more famous for scuba diving, and it's a little less touristy than El Nido. El Nido I found through my research to be really popular in terms of the pure beauty of the landscapes. It's often listed as one of the best beaches in the world. So I had to check it out. I had to go to El Nido. It was a difficult choice, but I finally decided on coming to El Nido. That wasn't even the toughest part. Once I got here, I've been here for about a week, and once I got here, a typhoon hit. So for the last 6 days, the Coast Guard has actually shut off all travel to the islands around. El Nido is famous for the island hopping. When people come here, they take boats to all the small islands. It's really more private beaches. It's like paradise. It's seen as paradise, and that's why people come here, not really for the city of El Nido. I've been stuck in the city. I've been stuck in the city for the last 6 days, and I was really worried because I booked a ticket to Brunei already, and I have to go back tomorrow. I have to go back so I can catch the flight. So I thought maybe I won't be able to take one of the island hopping tours, the reason why everyone comes here. But thankfully, yesterday, the winds started to calm down. The typhoon went on to Taiwan, and the Coast Guard let the boats out to explore. So finally went out yesterday, and it's truly beautiful. It's really amazing. When you picture in your head, when most people picture in their head paradise, they think of the palm trees, the white beaches, the coral reefs. Absolutely amazing. And it was splendid. And I think today is going to be even better. It's clearing up, not so many clouds in the sky today, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. I've been staying in some interesting places. The last week I've slept in a scuba diving school. I slept on their couch. So that was a really, really interesting experience. If you ever meet me in person, ask me about it. I have a lot of interesting stories about sleeping in the scuba diving school. I've slept in weird places on this trip, but this has been one of the most interesting. People are amazing. I love Filipinos. I love how they are so warm and welcoming. They don't even know me, but they're so kind, and they're like that with everybody. Everybody says the same thing. All the tourists I talk to say the same thing. They're just amazing people, and I really, really like Filipinos. They're not aggressive at all. It's been a blessing to spend time with them. And I've spent a lot of time with them. The past 6 days, I haven't been able to go out to the beaches, so I've been going into the city of El Nido, which is a really small city. I think I know just about everybody in the city now. And I've had some fun. I played basketball with the guys, and there was one really interesting experience I had. I was playing basketball a few days ago. I was stretching and doing some training, martial arts training, and the Philippines Army was training right next to the basketball courts, and the general, or the guy in charge of leading the training, after they finished, came over to me, and he was like, we'd talked, and he asked me to actually teach the Philippine Army self-defense, like martial arts. So that was a really unique, interesting experience. I loved getting to know all the Army guys. They're so cool, and they look so tough. You know, all Army guys are supposed to have a very stoic demeanor and look tough and strong, but then when you talk to them, and I think this is true for all militaries, they're so friendly and they're so nice, and especially the Philippines, they're just amazing, really friendly, nice guys. There's no arrogance about them, and I love that. I love that so much. A lot of martial artists, a lot of athletes in general, they tend to be very arrogant, and it was refreshing to talk to all the Army guys. Everyone here has been so warm and welcoming. They're some of the most generous people, and they don't have a lot. It's very inexpensive here. All the houses are built like just pieces of wood and like a tin roof, and just so friendly. I'm afraid it's going to change here. El Nido is becoming very popular. Even now, it's a little touristy for me. I think tourism comes in waves. There's like the first few people who are the real adventurers, you know, the people who come and they want to experience something that other people don't experience. They're the first ones always. The next are the wild backpackers. They're always the second people in, and that's kind of where El Nido is now. It's at like the backpacker level. Maybe starting to lead into the next level, and that's when the tourists come and they bring their big suitcases, and there's no brand name hotels now, but I imagine maybe 5 or 10 years in the future there's going to be some big hotels here. But right now it's not bad. I went on a tour with a really friendly guy. In El Nido there's 4 basic tours. There's tour A, B, C, and D. Everybody goes on these tours. They cost the same amount. All the tour guides are kind of equal, which is nice. It's nice not to be like swindled by anybody. But I met one guy who does kind of private tours. He doesn't go to all the major tourist places. He kind of makes his own tour, which was much better. I was thinking maybe I should go on one of the standard tours to see, but it turned out that this was a lot more fun. He plays music on the boat, there's a lot of food. He goes to places where the crowds aren't, where there's not 20 people already. El Nido is awesome. I'm really impressed with like the coral reefs and everything. I was in the Galapagos. The Galapagos are amazing. They have like the big animals like sharks, and they have penguins and iguanas, the swimming iguanas. Really cool. But El Nido is beautiful. Like they have a lot of different colored fish, and the water is quite clear. It's really cool. And the guy I went on tour with, he's a free diver, so he can hold his breath for like 5 minutes and go underwater, and he's taking pictures, and it was a lot of fun. I had a really good experience with him. I think that I'm gonna go again with him today because it's clearing up, and I think today is gonna be even more beautiful than yesterday. It's been a good experience. In a few days I'm off to Brunei, but I'll miss the Philippines. It's really nice here. I'm Chris across the world, and this is El Nido.
Go!